Yeah, okay. Yeah, we are live.
Okay. Should we start then?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So great evening to all of you. And it's nice to have you all on this platform for discussing on today's topic, students, education, technology. We had a session yesterday also, and today is the second day for the same topic. And I believe you all are here with your enlightening thoughts for all of us. So I invite Sahab ma'am to speak on this topic.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. Saraswati ma'am, just a minute. I would actually want to introduce our platform before we start. Let us know about ABCD International. ABCD International family is one of the best training consultancies who provides various training programs like Train the Trainer, Life Coach Certification, Corporate Training, Business Coaching, and many more. As we all know, ABCD International Family already conducted 10 plus virtual international summits, 100 plus free webinars on various topics, and 10 batches of their signature program known as mm, Train the Trainer. From January 2022, ABCD International Family started a great platform like ABCD International Talks also. On this platform, various successful people share their journey, experiences, skills, strategies, knowledge, ideas, life story, and success principles to inspire the world. Today, ABCD International Family, associated with different trainers and educators from 25 plus countries, and now its journey still continues. Also, our one of the other attachments is Bhabad International Publications, which is one of the fastest growing publication company in the country. They always focus on to create success stories of various authors. They help people to write, publish, and brand their own books. USP of Bhabad International Publication is that they publish all the books in world record events or in grand author event, or they create some logic and author's book become a part of world record. Bhabad International Publication published 50 plus books in just 8 months and contributed in 150 plus authors' success stories, and the journey still continues. The man behind all this is Mr. Aakash Bhabad, as we know, and let us know slightly more about him. He is the CEO. He is very young and dynamic professional leader. He leads by example. He is five records holder himself. He had penned four books, and all four books are available on Amazon and Amazon Kindle. The first book is 20 Essential Habits for Success. Second is 5 Essential Qualities for Success. Third is Nothing Too Extraordinary. Fourth is 7 Days Book Writing Blueprint. His fourth book is hashtag bestseller on Amazon. As a trainer, he conducts 21 days workshop on habits and international authors success coach certification programs. Aakash Bhabad helps authors to write, publish, and brand their books. He works on various strategies with authors. He guides authors to let them know how to use the book as a business booster tool also. He helps organizations, schools, colleges, universities, corporates, and individuals to set world records through training and book publication. Mr. Aakash Bhabad is a business booster coach for trainers, coaches, and mentors. He helps them to grow their training business and provide trainings and platforms for trainers, coaches, and mentors too. He organizes various international business summits where trainers from various countries participate and share their knowledge and experiences. He is the CEO of ABCD International Family and Bhabar International Publication. He is a certified life NLP and business coach. And after knowing all this about the people and the person who gives us this platform, let us start with today's summit. Welcome, Saraswati ma'am, to express your opinion on the topic students, education, technology.
Thank you, ma'am, and thank you for the opportunity to be part of this summit and be part of this wonderful topic, students, education, and technology. So, technology, if we say, it has transformed our lives in many ways, and education is no exception. In the field of education, technology indeed has become a game changer, and it has opened numerous opportunities for the students to learn and grow. So, if I start with one of the most significant benefits, I can say is the technology has made learning accessible to everyone, regardless of their location, their background, their status, irrespective where they are in any part of the world. They can access various apps, various e learning platforms, and can learn. Second, it has become more interactive, engaging, and personalized. Like when I say interactive, engaging, we have seen students who can be categorized into two categories. Like we can say few are more visual learners, while few are auditory learners. When I say visual learners, it's like few students grasp more easily when they see videos or anything related to infographics, and they can grasp and learn better. But few students are there who actually grasp more when they listen to something. So for them, we have different podcasts, we have lectures, we have online classes. So it has actually catered and made it more personalized, like how whichever way they can and want to learn. Apart from this, technology has also given vast array of resources to access. It's again in the form of educational apps, or it is in the form of online courses or ebooks, which can help them to learn better. It is helping them to get more engaged with their peer learning. They can actually get their doubts clarified from their teachers, from their fellow students, or whosoever it is, instantly the moment they are getting. So these are few of the advantages that technology has given to the students now. Not only that, it has also helped them to learn at their own pace. When I say pace, let's say some students are keen on going deep into the subject of their interest. So apart from learning in the school, they can come back and they can access the resources they want to and dig deep into and learn a lot. And on the hindsight, if they need to improve on any particular subject, and they can again go back online, search for resources, or they can take help from any of the mentors or their teachers, and accordingly they can improve on that as well. Again, there is technology has helped to bridge the gap between the classroom studies and if we say the real world scenarios or real world experiences that they are having with the AI tools, augmented reality tools. They are able to experience the simulations, or they're able to experience the practical examples or the concepts that they're learning in class. So it has definitely, technology has gone a long way and helped all the students be better, learn, and grow. But with every positive thing, it comes with a negative thing as well. It has pros, it has cons as well. So if we go towards the cons, the first con that I would say, it is the digital distraction. With the advent of technology, we have become so distracted every time we are working or reading or doing anything. we are distracted either by the social media, either by the video games, or something or the other is which is not letting us focus on the work. And this has become a very big distraction for the students. Not only that, it has increased the screen time and somehow reduced the human to human interaction. So many kids nowadays we see they come from school and they would sit down with their mobile phone or video games, or because they feel more comfortable being in front of where no one is judging them and they don't have to interact or do anything. They would just sit in the be in their own space and they would play or do something, some screen time they will be having watching some TV shows. So this has somehow reduced the human to human interaction, which is having a big impact on their emotional well-being and mental well-being. Because and one more before I go to more cons, like again we can say technology has been a boom for us during the period of COVID, when we all were struggling, and but technology made it possible for the student to keep their learning on. Otherwise it would have been a difficult phase for the students, for the teachers, for the parents, everyone, but which we did not ever think that it could be done. But the COVID scenario changed everything. The way the traditional classroom courses was going on, it changed a lot of things. But with it, it also, like as I was saying, the increase in the screen time, and who children got more hooked up to the gadgets, so it also increased. Then like a few students, they don't understand what is good, for what is appropriate, what is not appropriate, so they go play violent video games or watch inappropriate TV shows or videos, which again has a different impact on their mind. So apart from this, we have seen a different which is actually happening these days, which is called as instant gratification. So instant gratification is like everything we are getting in the tip of our finger, like any food delivery or any information we need or any desire we have, it is getting satisfied immediately in the snap of a finger. So the patience, the persistence that we used to have to get something when we desired, that is somewhere lacking with this advent of technology, and it has become a world of instant gratification. You desire and it is getting fulfilled, which is having a very adverse impact on the kids or the students, because they are not able to face the failure, or if something is taking some time, the patience. So it is somehow having not giving them that space to be patient or be persistent in the work, and then they will be achieving, or they will be able to get the success that they want. So this is having a very big impact on today's kids or students that we have. So it is the responsibility of everyone, and specifically parents, because they need to take out some time for digital detoxification. They Because we, especially when we or both the parents are working and all, they just want to keep their kids engaged, and the students in turn, they turn towards the gadgets to fulfill their attentions of whatever they are seeking the attention. They go towards that and they try to fulfill that. But it would start from the parents, I would say. If they take out some time and they make it a mandatory for their family, or make them understand how important it is to digitally detox, like have some screen time apart, keep a time focused for their studies. So these things needs to be inculcated in them, and then they also need to teach the kids rules of digital hygiene, like how it is impacting them, what would be the long term impacts. So this is something they can do, and along with that, they can co-view whatever they are watching and also monitor online content. And they need, basically they are not able to differentiate, and they are getting that instant pleasure out of doing going into social media, or watching any TV shows or playing video games, which needs to be controlled. And this is one of the biggest disadvantage of the technology that is having on students, apart from many advantages that it has. So with this, I would like to stop here. Thank you again for giving me the opportunity, and it was lovely to be part of this.
Thank you so much, Saraswati ma'am. And it was nice to know about the pros and cons of use of technology going on, especially in the field of education with the children. And definitely, parents as well as educators, we are responsible for somewhere throwing them into this pool of digitalization. And so I feel that we should equally be responsible and know our roles, how to bring them out of this pool also. So thank you so much for your enlightenment. And now I invite Nada ma'am to express her opinion on the topic students, education, and technology.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Honored and grateful to be here today on this great international webinar. Thanks to Aakash, ABCD International, and thank you for the great work you are doing for this platform. I want to share. Can I share? Yes. Okay. Okay. Is it visible?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. It's a PPT.
Okay.
Yeah, it's visible.
Yes, yes. Is it visible?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. So today, yesterday and today, the topic student education and technology. Like a professor, educator, researcher, we can talk a lot about this topic. This is a very important topic, a big relation between student education and technology. Coming from Croatia, from the University of Economics, Business, Tourism, and also a professor in a vet high school, working a lot like an educator, professor. So I want to say that I put here from the Shakespeare, they thought all the world is a stage. And also our work, our job is also a big stage. So every day when I get up, I think, oh my God, how will be my day? And my day never is the same day like an educator. Even you have a subject, you have a schedule every week, what are your lessons, what are you doing? But we have today so many problems in this modern society with the students. So we need to first think what I think, and we all educators need to think is how to take care for our students and for their learning. Did we do that? Did we do the work today like we planned today? So there are so many questions. First, when we are starting a new year and we get new students, there are a few questions that the students are asking. Who are you? Who am I to you? Who are we as students to each other? So that is something introducing to each one. And I can say that always the first meeting is very important. Is very important because today I can say that our students they are also big psychologists, so they know what they can do and how many freedom will they have. So we need to know how to maintain the classroom. That is the first thing, maintaining the classroom with the discipline and with the all. Today's students are so different, especially after the corona. We need to take care about everything what we are saying, what we are talking. So here are some caring words that we need: kindness, empathy, patience, charity, generosity. Every day we need to have a big smile, even we have some problems. Or this question, who are you? Like example, how can we introduce to our students? First, a video, then personalize each unit. What it means in our classroom, I'm talking about the maintaining. Every lesson need to be personalized because we have today so many students with special needs. Also, we have students who are gifted, and here we are. Here we are already coming to technology because technology is helping us today to make this personalization. First, if we talk about the personalization, we can talk about artificial intelligence. And also, this presentation today, what I make, it is on English, and who is giving us opportunity? Technology and also AI. So these are the very important questions. Who am I to you? So we need to know that there is always we need to have a distance. Yes, we are friends to our students. We are taking care about them, but we need to have a distance. It needs to know always. We need to know who is a student, who is a professor. So we are trying to do that. Even like example, who are we as students? Uh, this is a very important question. So group discussions, group projects, study groups, these are the way how today in our curricula, our lessons, our units need to be scheduled, because today the time we said, the time is changed. There is no lesson today. Especially we cannot only talk about the theory. We need today theory with practice. We need to get the outcomes. We need to get the outcomes, but the outcomes need to be smart. What it means smart? They need to be specific, measurable. So knowledge and skills. Skills. What skills? If we talk about the vocational education, the skills are very important. So if we are talking about the social studies like economics and others, we also need to come to the final product, because if we are not innovative, if we are not creative, how can be our students? So everything we need to take care about. So caring for and caring about our students, and then our students will be successful. We know what the COVID brings today, what the COVID brings, and we know that the education will never be the same. And also, the students will never be the same. We will never have the same students. So we need to take care about the growth mindset. And there is a growth mindset theory. What it means, qualities and talents, they are not fixed. They are not fixed. Also, if I talk about my knowledge is not fixed. I'm a lifelong learner. I need to learn all my life. I choose education like my profession. I'm an educator, and I'm going step by that time. Today, what we learn tomorrow is already old. So that is the same thing about our students, but we especially need to take care about the growth mindset. What it means. So we need to continue learning and knowing what. Then we need to reward all the efforts. We need to add a phrases not yet in your vocabulary. So our communication, verbal, non-verbal, is very important. Every word before we say, we need to measure that word, because that word that on some students had have a negative impact. So I can say that like an educator, we need to be all in one. We need to be all in one. We need to be today interdisciplinary. If we are not like that, we cannot be educator. And this modern technology is bringing us that sustainability. And if we want to think about the education like the basis of the lives, and education is the basic of the lives, we need to start from the skill. So these skills are demanded in 2023. We know all that we are coming again to the technology, data literacy, cloud computing. All these demands are necessary if we want to bring that supply to like a supply to the students. That is the same thing like a trade. Trade is a place where the demand and supplies are meeting. So technology and education are meeting every day. But we need to also have a measure. We need to have a measure with using that technology, especially because today students are all whole day on the social medias, on the mobile. So we need to try to little gamification, but not a lot in the classroom. But if we're talking about the virtual education, then that is different. So I can say that almost all are back in the classroom. So in the classroom, we need to find a measure for that. So skills learned in 2022 that are blockchain, web development, big data, video marketing, and maybe these terms seems very that they are not simple. Today, in everything what we are doing, this is covering and also in the education. So we have it always in our classroom and in all the tasks we are doing with our students. So like an educator, we are really changing the society. And that is our mission. That is our mission to make not in education bring that humanitarian and social work. So if we talk about the income, if we talk about curricula, and I can say that in Europe, in my country, we in curricula, we have 7 intermediate subjects. What it means? That means that every lesson, that everything what you are doing today in your lesson, you need to cover all these 7, and they are called learn how to learn, entrepreneurship, personal growth, then sustainable development, ICT. So all these 7 you need to put in your lesson. So how can you do that? That depends, but be sure when we make that curricula, I get a task to write for many subjects that topic. And when I start to write that, it was really, pardon, it was really very hard. But writing and thinking, we come to that intermediate topics. And I can say that that is what our students need, not only to know a definition from A to Z. So that is today not important. How today it is important using technology, how to implement something and what you are learning today. So these new technologies today are giving us so many results like AR. AR is helping us for the success, for the visual display, blockchain. If we're talking about the finance, how can you explain to your students what is blockchain, money transfer? So everything needs to have an outcome. Drone, we need drones. We need you today, Internet of the Things. So these smart devices. Some students still don't have don't have a mobile, don't have this, but I can say that we can help them a lot in that. We can explain them, and what we do, we have always making donations, make voluntary work. So in the time of the COVID, our all students had an internet connection. If they didn't have a laptop, they had a mobile. So this is we are coming to the robotic. We know that students, little kids in the in the school are from the early age learning how to make a robot. So we are talking today about a modern education, and in every field, not only in education, we have an application of technology, of all this techniques, of VR. Today, VR, virtual reality. What is that? It is a giving, there is a strong relation between virtual reality and education. You see how our students are looking the film. So on this way, they can look a lesson, they can make a lesson. Edge computing today, if we want real-time analytics. So it depends about your subject. It depends about your subject. If you are a professor of statistics, informatics, and you can use all this technology. But even if you are not, how to make a lesson for history, geography, especially in geography, there are today we have a lot of I can say research learning. Students are making research. For research, they are using data. They need to use and they need to know how to analyze, how to interpret the data. And if they are making some things like here you see 3D printing. This is especially for technical today, for the engineering and for the technical education. So that is what the fourth revolution brings to us. It makes a big digitalization. We have so many scenarios. It depends about you, like an educator, which one will you use. But remember, always in every scenario, the well-being needs to be implemented. And you need to know and make a difference between these key terms because digitalization, transformation are not the same terms. And digital education is when we are talking about using digital tools and technologies to bring education in, to bring innovation in technology. All these skills, this 4C, critical thinking, creativity, collaboration, and communication. We come to the Bloom's taxonomy, we come to the summer model. Summer model is used in the education, especially in the technology education, and we are always starting from our Bloom's taxonomy, from the lower order, from the low to the hot. So remembering, understanding, applying, analyzing, evaluating, creating in everything what we are doing, So we have so many challenges, so many advantages which technology is bringing to us. I said AI. AI is a technology of the future, but we have metaverse in education, Internet of Things in education, all is in education, but everything starts from this pedagogy wheel. From the verbs, we come again to the application of the different digital tools to bring the outcomes. So today, I know that at the beginning was very hard to so many educators all around the world, but the digital transformation trends comes to the education. And if we want access, if we want again personalized learning, virtual reality, cloud-based learning opportunities, that is today reality. We need to accept that. We need to accept it, but we need to take care about the values during we are using the ICT. So peace, love, tolerance, all these values are important, especially in the education, especially in the ICT, in the ICT education. So what it means? First, we always need to think being online. What it means being online. This is a big advantage. We are online, I can say 24 hours. We have access. So we need to think about these digital domains, inclusion, learning, creativity. Then what is the part two? The part two is well-being online, how we feel online. We need to take care about the ethics using this ICT. And the part 3 is rights online. How to make it, what is your participation, what are your responsibilities, taking care about the privacy and security. This is a digital, this is 20 competencies we need today for this digital democratic culture. And when we are making lessons, when we're making applications from the theory to the practice, we need to take care about this, about the values like being a human, cultural diversity. And it is not the same to me if I'm making a lesson for a student who is coming from the other part of the world and also has a different culture than we have, like example in my country. So learning, knowledge, critical understanding, taking care about all these domains in this digital citizenship. We are talking really about this, and this is what the Council of Europe is giving for the development. In Europe, we have the strong rules, we have all defined, I can say, and we are changing that. This year in Europe is a year of digitalization and education. I can say bringing in innovation in education. So let's think about these principles. Let's think always about our students. Let's think how much we used ICT in education. Did we use correctly technology? Did we use it so much? Did we? So think always about this, because I repeat again, in the time of the rapid change, future is really unknown. Everything is happening, blockchain, all this, but my thoughts are the faculty-student relationship is always help your students to be successful. Give them your time. Even you are giving a lesson that if you see that you will not come to the end, your student is always on the first place. Today, you are for your student, a professor, a parent, a doctor, a psychologist, everything. So you can help your student to be successful and be sure if you try, they will be. I have so many positive feedbacks from my students because I'm in the position that giving them before they graduate topics there. I'm in relationships with so many institutions who are finding good students. So I can help also my students to get a job, and I'm really proud on that. So help your student, and even when you finish, we finish, I can say 4 or 5 years with your students, it's not finished because your great students will be always with you. Especially, I can say that when if we are making some promotions in education, my great students who finish their university, their college, they come, they help, they encourage the new generation. So that is our mission, that is our vision, like a educator. Thank you. Thank you so much. For this opportunity.
Thank you, Nada ma'am. You had a lovely PPT presentation, very enlightening, and with so much of positivity with technology, use of technology by educators. It was really nice to watch you with all your experiences, and we have also learned a lot from it. One thing I always believe is that educators have got a lot of strength and a lot of things to do with the students. So if we take technology as our partner, if we use it as our tool, then definitely Yeah, then I think that will make a difference. Yeah, but one problem is throughout going on with the use of technology mm, uh, is that about values and moral values with the students. Somewhere I feel technology, use of technology is actually not helping us right now in that. But then, as educators, we can actually attach some principles, some examples in our explanations, which involve lot of moral values to the principles also. So that
Yes, I can say yes. Especially we have in Europe we have so many projects, European, and every year we have different topics, and the students they are a lot involved, because if we don't have that kind of project, and if we only learn theory, and they have opportunity to feel that, to go to another country to learn something new, and that is really great. And I can say that today somebody if you want to be a good educator, you really need to feel that, you need to have that in yourself, because your job is not finished when you get out from the classroom. I can say that my job is starting then, because I need to think and analyze everything what I do that day, and how can I improve improve that what I do. And maybe sometimes you feel that you didn't make that the student didn't that give get that in outcomes, but then you change your strategy, you change your method, because we need to use different methods in the learning and classroom.
Yeah, I also feel the same way. We have to be educators by passion, actually. It is not like merely teaching. We have to be very passionately with our students, so that they also learn properly use of technology. They understand how to use it in a controlled manner, in a positive manner, because I feel children are very innovative these days. They know a lot to do with this technology. So if we motivate them towards finding out new things related to technology, or use of, if they try to make use of technology in the positive sense to help the humanity, environment, surrounding, etc., some gamifications are really helpful for us to make them understand the things in the right manner. So if we motivate them towards that, I think we will be the true educators in that case. And I believe with all the knowledge that you have shared, we are motivated towards it. And thank you so much for sharing your opinion.
Thank you.
Is there anybody who wants to discuss anything related? Because Leena ma'am is taking some time to come. So we have some 10-15 minutes with us before she joins. I think we are only two here. Nada ma'am, do you have to share anything else also on the same thing, or let us leave? You're not audible.
Aakash is not there.
No, she's not there.
Will
Dr. Leena
she?
Patel has requested to wait for some time, but then it's around 20 minutes we have.
Okay, then Saswati will start again, and then me again, okay?
So Saraswati, if you want to discuss something after listening to Nada ma'am, then it will be really nice. We can have a discussion, healthy one, and learn a lot.
Sure, ma'am. Like as you said, like very well said, ki technology definitely. When we see the kids, they are coming up with so many innovative ideas, and they have so much interest and inclination to do something new in any of the fields. So I feel what you told, definitely technology is giving them an added advantage and edge over what they're learning in schools. But again, that human interaction or the morals or the values that you were saying some time back, that is something which I feel is lagging a lot these days. And also the patience. And as we were talking about instant gratification, like we are getting everything instantly. We don't have to wait for anything. So somewhere I feel this is causing impatient in them. Somewhere they are like failing in some task or lagging behind. They're thinking they're gone. And one more thing I would like to add here, the social validation. They want validation from social media, which is again leading to cyberbullying or some, and which they're not able to share with anyone. They keep it to themselves, and in turn it is somehow impacting a lot to them. And we see nowadays, if someone is not becoming topper, they are committing suicide, which has become increasingly like coming up these days, which is a very I feel very bad when I see this. So I think
Actually,
we all.
here I would add on, I feel that there is a lack of, I mean, there is an urge for attention.
Right,
Media
absolutely.
satisfies their urge for attention. Parents don't have usually time these days to give to their children. The children lack quality time at home, right? Entire responsibility of the child is being thrown to the educators. First, the
Absolutely.
parents want them to go to school, and then in succession, they send them to the coaching classes, or to some tuitions or something like that privately. So, there is very less time in day to day routine in which children are spending time with their parents. And that is causing that uh, attention seeking urge into them.
Right.
Whereas social media is satisfying that very well. The moment they put some post on it, they get some comments, and they feel so encouraged and enlightened with that. So they go on. It is not their fault, but it is actually the problem lies somewhere else in this
Right.
case.
They're getting hooked into it.
Right, right.
Absolutely.
So social media is satisfying their urge for getting attention, and that is why
Absolutely.
children are constantly going. The problem is that there are people who are developing certain sites or certain platforms on which the evil instincts of human beings are very much nurtured, right? And children are getting trapped into that. That is the basic problem. So again, the problem creators are usually the elders only, as you
Yeah,
and the kids are
absolutely.
getting trapped into it. So it is all.
So, right.
Mm,
So I think we need to become role models for them instead of just saying to this. If we start doing that, like if we say, okay, this time it's a family time, or this time is a study time, or this time is a work time, and we segregate the gadgets or the electronic items from our life and do what is important that moment in time, maybe they would be able to copy that and relate to it, and they can learn from it instead of just saying, don't do this, don't do that.
exactly, exactly. That we have to also avoid that no word. Don't do it. We have to avoid it. Come on, let us do something else. Type of attitude has to be taken, because they are innocent minds. They don't realize the damage they are doing to themselves with the technology, right? So
Right.
we have to only guide them about it, and that is what we have been doing also. But then I see a lot of psychological issues of anxiety, of depression amongst the children. As you said, if they are not scoring well, they get depressed, right?
Right.
So
Absolutely.
in that also, the problem lies somewhere else, because why do we assess their knowledge based on the
Not
ranks on the scorecard?
right.
That is not the right way to know the level of knowledge in a person, I feel. And that is why I think grading system was adopted. But then grades also are the same thing. Higher grade means you're good in studies, basically. Whereas for educators, the challenges are to make an average student or below average students or uninterested students to score well. That is the real challenge. Those who are core, I should say,
Issue.
uh, listeners, they somehow or else they follow the normal routine and they try to score. And in our country, I'm seeing there are many big schools, big institutions who are opening up for admissions only for the children who are scoring well, doing well, having higher grades, isn't it? But
Yeah.
that doesn't satisfy the purpose of education, according to me, because those who can do are as such doing. Wherever they will be doing. The real education is to reach to the people who don't want to do it or who are unable to do it because of lack of resources or something like that. So somewhere we have a lot to do in this field still, even
Right.
after technology has come. Because in our country, like I see, so there are many underprivileged people who are still managing with education of their children some way or the other. They
Right.
want their children to grow. They are providing a lot of facilities to the children, which is beyond their capacities, and I appreciate it a lot,
Right.
right? But the
Yeah.
bad part is that if it is not used in the right manner, then all that effort goes to zero, ground
Right.
zero.
Yeah.
What happens about it? So somewhere taking a lot of positivity from Nada ma'am also, because her PPT was really good. I really appreciate it. She
Yes.
has
So I want
all the
maybe
which she has put into it. That was really good. Isn't it?
Lina ma'am is coming.
Yeah, Leena ma'am is coming. So let us invite Leena ma'am to express her opinion and views on this. And please introduce yourself also, ma'am. It will be really nice to know.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much. Actually, I'm driving and I'm attending this conference.
My God. Yeah. Thank
I
you.
had a word with Aakash sir that is it okay if I am not opening the video right now?
No worries. You can continue.
Okay. Thank you so much for your cooperation. Good evening, everyone, one and all present over here. This is Dr. Leena from Gujarat, Ahmedabad, India. And I am really feeling warmth and good insight to share my some of the views over set students, education, and technology. So, first of all, I would just say there is an era of brightness and there is an era of darkness. The students are those human beings, those who have this both the eras to be lived with their friends, family, and close and dear near ones. So we are here to discuss about this era. Students turned into the education when they have the definition of education, not only on the degree or the paper. I mean to say, if someone is educated, is called not with the degree concern and whatever the degrees they are possessing, but yes, student must be knowing what is education, how is education. Education means how to how to behave or how to treat the people around you 24/7 hours. So education means in my context is how you behave, how you treat the people around you 24/7 hours. Second point, education leads towards the betterment, and betterment requires the uh, resource developments, tools developments, and trust me, this is a technocrat era where the technologies are on demand. Without technology, we cannot imagine this world right now to be progressing and productive. So ultimately, from day to night, daily schedules, we are used to utilize so many technologies. Like from internet I start, internet is the technology of the web science, and this way right now we cannot imagine the world without these technologies as well. But what is my concern today to share the expressing point of view is that students have their study learning phase of the life, and in between the same they should understand what is the role of education and what is the role of the technology. Nowadays, we can see the students are increasing the utilization of their mobiles and computers, and no doubt for the study and learning concern, if they are using, it's okay. But excess use of mobiles and the internet technology or the computer systems is getting with the high risk of mental health, uh, high risk of physical health, as even because students from the first standard to college level, I mean, all the students have been into the excess use of this mobile nowadays daily in daily routine. So it's a high danger, I say, as a part of the life. Second point, education means not only betterment, it's a self-confidence tool from where they get the education, how kind of people they have in their lives. So these are the striking points to strive out the best education that we have to surround always. If some of the students are listening today, so there would be only my message that as a student life, we have always to be very careful and conscious that how kind of companies do I have surround me. So surround yourself with always the positive, divine, and positive mindset people. They would definitely accelerate your positive energy, not only into your mindset, but obviously they would help you to speak well, to behave well, and virtues will be increased day by day with this kind of virtuous companies. So at last, just would express that technology is the present era, but education and students are the constant era. In the past, in the present, and in the future, students and education will be required. If we are not a good learner, I mean, so there is nothing progressive. If we are learning something, then we are progressive. So as being the eternal student, eternal learner, we can learn a lot of things in the life, and education automatically comes into the picture where we exactly need to not only develop the technologies, but we need to develop our own life standards and living arts, I mean. So without heart, we cannot be living with the art. So from the heart, we have to be pure, educated. And yes, punchline of this session is that see, we are living in this era where there is a darkness growing and being increased day by day, just because of we can say the depressed thoughts and stress level. And so in the central idea of the education, there should be always not a worry, but there is always a burning concern that stress management and time management for the students as well. So what we believe is, as an educator, is that how can you be student? It is a constant lengthy process. The one should be get it into, and till the end. Trust me, friends, destination is a journey. It's not a place to live there. So if we want to reach somewhere in the destinational point, so it's a process. We have to get into the process first and last. So the students are turning with the educations, they will be the main role to strive out the technologies in and out the world. And as an educator, I also express my beautiful experience that students are the communities of all the countries. They are the assets of the countries. And globally, the students should be trained, must be trained, and must be mentored in such a way that these students will be the future of each and every nation of this world. So finally, I guess, for establishing the peace, power, and esteem of the humanity, we need all these three: students, education, and the technology. And what I feel is not only the we can say bookworm strategy should be there for making them learned and taught and trained, but it should be enough thoroughly practical knowledge that is very sound on making their soul empowerment, as well as their technical and their social experiences to be high. So according to me, it's a high demand of this era there, where the students communities must be taught all these things from the educators, and also students must understand their role as a student and as a learner, that they should respect their elders, teachers, professors, mentors, those who are coming in their life as this educator role to make the difference in their lives as well. So I think every decade brings the qualities and obviously some kind of level of degradation as well in the students communities we can see nowadays. I'm not complaining, or I'm not blaming the students, but nowadays the culture and society has been such level so that the students become the victims of this kind of stress level and unnecessary stuff, I mean. So we have to be careful as a parenting level as well as an educator level, where there is a role of education means you live better life, you create your comforts through your financial health, and everything should be concerned even in students communities, that their parents are earning for them and they are pouring their showering their love, their support, their cooperation and their efforts for them only, because they become not only the successful students but the futures successful businessman, I mean say business persons and earning capacity people. So at last, to be the human or to be the successful human, the students must give their efforts in such a way that their education becomes their fruit in the future. And if I talk about the STEM, science, technology, engineering and maths, these are the four pillars to make them sound from the childhood to college levels. So I guess this is enough for today. While driving, I have solved my session, so you can check me out. I'm still in car and I'm just in delivery of this session beautifully. I tried level best to empower the spirits over joining here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for this invitation.
Thank you so much, Veena ma'am, and drive safely. It's really wonderful to have your opinion over here on this platform today.
Thank you
And
so much.
we all agree with what you said, and we will be really happy to follow all the common opinions which we had today. And see you in some next summit.
Sure. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to connect you all. Thank you so much, Dheera.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So I think if anybody else has to share anything, we can have it, or else let us wind up with the meeting. I think Aakash is there. Hello. No, Aakash is also traveling. Probably he is also on the way somewhere. Right. So thank you all so much. We'll be meeting again in the coming summits, and nice to listen to all of you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Bye. Bye.